Out Pass, February 18th. Holiday period, and lucky thing for everybody here, the free ski school has taken the day off due to the holiday and didn't want to encroach on all the other customers coming from all the different directions traveling here. So what we got is new snow. I was here yesterday. Things were packing down. It was getting a little tight. I came up here this morning, got 3 inches of new snow. And over this holiday period, they're saying we could get as much as 24 inches. I'll believe it when I see it, but if I'm here, I'm going to show it to you. All right, so you look at the hills out here, you see the sparseness of the crowds. We were worried about the crowds in general and how many people are coming down. So there's a snowboarder on my far left over there coming down on a shoulder. I love that shoulder. It's beautiful because it doesn't get groomed. It stays all lumped up, chunked up, and it's got beautiful little in and outs on it. And it's a great place to learn upper and lower body separation. That boarder's a little bit bent in the hips when he's on the heel side, but it worked. He stayed in line to the board coming down. So we're moving across, looking at the chairs are completely full, almost going up chair one. Chair one this season has a pretty steep offload on it, meaning that it's a quick drop. We haven't had the snow to push up and kind of mellow out that ramp. So it can be a little bit quick, especially for a snowboarder that's stepping up on 1 foot off of chair one with a group of skiers standing in the way talking about where they're going to go. And believe me, it happens. I went down last week and did the splits. So I'm moving over towards the lift. And this is for you too, Ted. You don't come on Saturdays. You're missing it, brother. Although the line's long. The line's pretty long. The snow is sweet. So anyhow, hope everybody's enjoying this preview and review of Lookout Pass. And it is probably the #1 powder place here in the Northwest on the Idaho and Montana border, only 200 yards off the highway to the parking lot. That's very convenient. Forget something in your car, walk down to it and pick it back up. So that's cool. So I'm going to kind of end that one there on that note. I'm going to move over to the Bunny Hill where I'm registered to be for most of the season, due to the fact that I blew my right knee pretty much. Went through rehab. I'm about 10 days out of rehab. It works, but it doesn't snowboard the same yet, so I'm struggling. Anyhow, the point is I'm out and I don't really care where I'm out at as long as I'm out, and that's what's cool. So all these people here are out for the same reason. The snow is beautiful. The weather is beautiful. It is not too cold. You see the people without any gloves on their hands. And wow, enjoyable. For area association, you're looking at the building directly in front of me, which is on the right side of the screen, left side as you look at it, but right when it shows up. This is the rental building and the snow sports school building. So when you come out with your equipment, you're going to walk up this little hill that I'm on right here. And you're going to walk out with your equipment to these ski racks in front of me here. And you'll see a bunch of instructors there in blue, bright blue and colored jackets, all talking about the weekend. And they'll be standing there. Sometimes a supervisor will be out and kind of disperse them to you guys. But the problem is for you guys, if you're not assembled in this area that I'm walking to right now, the instructors may not wander around and look for you. And so therefore, you will be standing over here on the far left and the instructors are over here on the right, but nobody's gotten together, so you're waiting on your class because nobody's talking to each other. So please come to these racks over here where that Lookout Sports School sign is right there, and you'll be much closer to stacking your classes out on time. So here we are. One of the best little bunny hills in the area for a number of reasons. One, it's short. Two, it's a great place to learn a chair at the same time as opposed to a carpet. Because what happens on a lot of people is they go to an area with a carpet, they learn the carpet, but they don't know how to load a chair. So when they get to a mount with a chair, they freak out because the carpet's not there. So Lookout Pass has the advantage of having a beautiful beginner chair that's low and slow. It's a short ride up, and it's an easy offload that doesn't have any steepness to it. So that's the beauty of it too. It's one of the best places you can bring the little guys, like the one here in the pink gloves. or the big guys in the pink gloves, whatever. So we're all here for fun. But of course, on the bunny hill, what happens? A lot of people come over here because they're learning, but they can't stop. So as they're coming down, everybody has to look out for each other and prevent that possible run-in. So the best thing to do is to realize when you're pointed down at my camera and coming straight at me, you have a choice to go to the left of me or the right of me. That would be some type of a turn that you would make. And that's why you're here on the bunny hill, to learn to do that. But to start with, the biggest emphasis I can tell anybody about a bunny hill and learning a bunny hill is being able to come down the bunny hill with some type of edge pressure. Edge pressure, what the heck is that? Well, it's when you take the tool that you're on, whether it be a pair of skis or a snowboard, and you create a holding pattern with the tool that is across this fall line, meaning it's running this way or this way. Everything coming this way has speed, and gravity wants your tool to haul butt down here. You want to move across the hill more than down. And today, with the beautiful soft snow we have, that right here, watch the snow. Fluffy, fluffy. That's what you want on the day you come, but not too deep, because if it's too deep, you're going to struggle with it, particularly snowboarders, because you're going to do what we call post hole. And that means you're going to be pushing along with your foot. It's going to sink down in the snow. It's going to sink down the snow is going to get deeper, and you're going to be working really hard with your snowboard. So, those are things to think about. Now, people coming down the bunny hill, really enjoying this today. On most occasions, whether it be a ski or a snowboard, are standing more on the tail of that equipment than they are the front part. So they're balanced out and leaning back up the hill. Well, it makes sense, because when I walk down the set of stairs, I lean back. But unfortunately, since we're driving something with long extended toes in the front and heels in the back, whether it be a board or skis, we want to be even balanced across that at all times. Occasionally we'll shift back, but primarily we want to line up with the hill and keep it under control. So let that be just a quick introduction to look out past, a quick introduction to posture and body alignment, which is upright, and have a good day. Get on up here during the holiday period, because it's killer. And supposedly, like I said in the other frame, it's coming with glory coming. We have not had a great winter so far. All you people in the city or inside the lines going west towards Stevens Pass and other places in between, you're getting rain, but we're not. So I hope you like that and enjoy this. There's a skier on the back of her skis up there. Those things are hauling. She's bent over with her head looking down at her feet. That comes into something called get your head out of your butt and stand up. Okay. And there it is again. It's very common to have that posture as opposed to upright, more athletic stance. Snowboard next to her there is also on the rear foot of the snowboard. And it goes back to what I've been saying. So balance out, look ahead, enjoy life, and make it easy. We're out on that. So this guy here is obviously very young and very energetic because he's board walking. What board is that? Is that a custom? Burton Custom? Burton Custom Twin, yeah, okay. Got a nice even flex on it. So those of you who want to kind of learn to transfer weight, this is a little plus. That's called a boardwalk. The guy's about 18 years old. He's like, man, that's almost 60 years younger than me. He's got all that energy that I used to have. But you could do that boardwalk on a carpet also, learn to walk it forward, and then learn to walk it backwards too. That'll help you with your fore and aft and your movement across the board, plus your flexion extension. So, a little exercise for you at home. Put your board on, do a little boardwalk on the carpet. Just don't do it on your mother's wooden floors.